All right, that's the final workout of the 4th week in the gym on this weight loss journey. And to be honest, it wasn't the best of workouts. I was not really feeling it, but I pushed through and I was honestly tired. I literally jogged, did a run that morning, felt good. It was another day in the office. Then I went to a funeral. Then I went to do some errands and got the crock pot, and I'm going to be documenting that crock pot meal prep. Be my first ever crock pot meal prep I ever done. And so the grocery shopping at Sam's, and then I had one of my taco turkey bowls not too long ago actually, and that turned out to be pretty good. And but that was like for breakfast. That was like my breakfast after lunch. So I didn't really have anything to eat all day because I wanted to stay in count. And so I am going to get a Subway meatball marinara. Preferably, if they still have some available for me, that would be great. So I'm expecting that to work out. But I did deal with some frustrations. I guess I was tired from coming back from all the grocery shopping. And then I went to Walmart to get a rice cooker and some sauces, and then I forgot to get the seasonings, and then I got back home, put that up, came out here to go work out, and just a little frustrated. A lot of people who I'm engaging with aren't giving me direct answers to the questions I'm asking them. I'm sending out an invitation or two, and what I don't like is just indirect answers to things that I say. It's a pet peeve of mine. So I guess that's an opportunity to identify that and be like, all right, or to practice better techniques so that I can get definite answers. Because this wishy-washy bullshit is played, and I'm not trying to keep doing that in my life. And the gym was really difficult. Well, first I did my push-up test. I only eked out 40. I expected at least 50. So my push-ups were at 50. So I've been building up, but I think the weight training is sort of taking me in another direction from really getting good at push-ups. So I was kind of a little frustrated on that. Then I was doing workouts, and then this guy had two machines. Like, oh, I'm doing sets between these two machines. He's like, we could do a set again. I was like, no, you go ahead, and I'll figure out something else, because I was already kind of frustrated with life a little bit. And then, at that point I was lost. And then even before that, like, there's this guy, and I don't think he meant ill at all. It was me still new at practicing the mental narrative that goes in my head when certain things happen. So there's this guy, brother, man. Dude was super yoked. I'm like, what the hell? First thing I thought to myself is, what the hell are you doing here? This is Planet Fitness. This is not where the yoke goes. But then if I were to think that would be against the same principles that would apply against him, or towards me, it would be like him saying, well, why are you here? Or why are you at this serious gym? You haven't been doing this. You ain't serious. But then I remember some things. I said to remember not to compare my chapter 1 to his chapter 40. He definitely was a chapter 40 in his journey. I mean, dude was yoked, and I'm trying not to stare at the guy, because I'm like doing my workouts and I have these little small weights. And he's grabbing the heaviest weights on the rack, running around with him doing these lunges, and I'm just like, yeah, and he walks over to this lady. I guess they knew each other or something, talking, and I was like, yep, there it is, really big muscle bound guy, but when he finished worked out, he kind of gave him a slight nod. He said, keep it up big time, and gave me a pound, and that actually made me feel good. Made me feel like I was doing something, because I get frustrated in the gym because I still don't feel like I know what I'm doing. And yes, it's only been the final 4th week of it, so that will make it a month, which, wow, has gone by really faster than I expected. But it still doesn't take away what you feel when you're in there. And it was just difficult for me. And then tuning out, the holiday, just tuning out the holiday as well. That takes strength and mental strength too. It takes strength to keep your head on straight for that. And so, and the cool thing is when you get into the weights, you can really kind of focus on the weight, because if you don't pay attention to the weights, it's dangerous. If you don't pay attention to the weights, you can hurt yourself. So I like that locked in focus, but I don't think I was 100% there today, so it wasn't one of my better workouts. But I have to remember my experience of it not being having those not so better runs where it sucked, or I got a much slower time than what I expected, and I was frustrated at something, or but then by the time I get it done, I'm a much happier guy. But for the most part, it was a challenging run, and I did what I could to get through this workout. But I think it goes to show like I really need to like not talk to anybody. Like I really have to go into hermit mode when I get ready to not record, but to work out, because there are certain times when I ask certain people certain things, and it's like I'm opening the door, and if you're not walking in the door and you're not blatantly saying, no, I don't want to walk in the door, now I understand how that works, but it's frustrating because I know what that means. And it turns into a big distraction, and which is tough because I want to have more people in my life. I want to be more social. I want to have more connections. I want to have relationships. But the practicality of it is when those people who aren't moving the same way you are, it turns into a distraction. It turns into a negative. It slows you down. It really slows you down. And so it's very important to have people that are in the same frequency level as you, that can move like how you move and think like how you think. But when you think a way different way than a lot of people think, what do you do? And then on top of that, I was talking to a buddy of mine, and this person was getting started in a program to help deal with weight loss, and they're not following the program, and they have every excuse in the book as to why they're not following the program. And I really want to do that. Like this is like something I've been wanting for a very long part of my life, probably most of my adult life. Probably this goes back to high school, because I've always felt like I was overweight, even in high school, and I've seen pictures of me, and shirt off pictures, which weren't many, where it's just something I just really want to pull off. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just in the gym doing something, and that's basically where I'm at right now. And I don't like the feeling of not knowing what I'm doing. I don't like the feeling of not being a master of it, especially when I come from being master of other things and being a good master of other things like music creation and recording. There's a mastery there. And then when I come to the gym, I'm now like this big now. And now I'm a seed in the ground that has to grow, and you can't fast forward this shit. Like, man, I wish I could do this like right now. I wish that this was all done. All that was said is done. All the relationships I want to have in my life are there. All the goals I want to have done. The weight loss is down. I'm at 200 pounds. I want that, and at the same time, I still feel like I don't know what I'm doing. And it's frustrating. Then you see guys coming up in there like just amazing. And it's like, dang, there's so much further to go. And I don't want to be as big as him. Like, that was not my goal. Like, I really don't care. I don't really care for lunging around 75-pound dumbbells like that. That's not necessarily the goal. But I wanted to become something more, And, I got work to do. Tonight is a night. Things are going on, things are celebrated, and it's cool. But it wasn't. It wasn't all bad. I can't say it was all bad, but it wasn't one of my better nights in the gym. And now I'm going to get some seasoning and do some final researches, and shoot, I may even start this 6-hour process tonight. I don't know. I think I should do it in the morning or do it overnight. Not 100% sure. I'll probably start it in the morning so I can keep an eye on it. It's my first time crock pot chicken meal prep. But I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good. So I'm going to get up in here, get the seasoning that I need, I would love a cake right now. I'm at Publix. Love to get a cake right now. I'm not gonna do that. Get the Subway, smash that, play some Population 1, and get everything ready for meal prep. I'm probably gonna do meal prep tomorrow in the morning, which is cool. And then I can go from there. All right. So with that being said, I'll see you on the next video.